Have you ever imagined a future where a young graduate in Owerri builds an artificial intelligence startup, works remotely for a company in Silicon Valley, and creates jobs without leaving Imo State? What if that future is no longer a dream but is already taking shape? While many states continue to compete with roads, bridges, and markets, one Southeast governor is betting on something different: technology, innovation, and the digital economy. Governor Hope Uzodimma says the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. At the heart of that vision stands the Imo Digital City, a project designed to transform Owerri into a technology and innovation hub. But is this truly the most futuristic development in the Southeast? Could it redefine the economic future of the region? Stay with us as we separate ambition from reality and examine the facts behind one of Nigeria's most talked about digital infrastructure projects. Across the world, cities are no longer competing only through factories and industrial estates. Increasingly, they are competing through innovation, digital infrastructure, startup ecosystem, and highly skilled technology talents. Places like Kigali, Nairobi, and Lagos, Nigeria have invested heavily in building digital economies. Imo State now seeks to join that conversation through the Imo Digital City initiative. The project is part of the Imo Digital Economy Agenda IDEA, a strategy aimed at expanding digital skills, supporting startups, improving government services through technology, and attracting investment into the state's growing tech ecosystem. According to official information from Imo Digital City Limited, the initiative combines digital skill training, startup incubation, innovation hubs, business process outsourcing, research partnership, and smart infrastructure under one ecosystem. In this documentary, we examine whether this ambitious project truly places Governor Hope Uzodimma ahead of other Southeast governors in terms of futuristic development using publicly available information, official documents, and credible reports to assess both its promise and its challenges.
Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Imo State, Lady Chiere Ekomaro, PhD, distinguished Senator representing Imo West, and members of the National Assembly in our midst. Our great partners and delegation from the United States, ably led by Chris Burry, the CEO of US Mac, in company of the leadership and management of Sutaja Center of UC Berkeley. The lucky participants, I congratulate all of you. Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I'm indeed very delighted to welcome you to Imo Digital City today, as we officially declare open this 3-day Founder Dojo Bootcamp happening in Imo State. I'm bold to say that we are activating a new economic frontier in Imo State. From the start, my administration made a promise that our administration that will be anchored on 3R. 3R of reconstruction, rehabilitation, and recovery. And by the grace of God, much of that foundational work has been completed. We have reset the state's foundation through a massive infrastructure renaissance, digital transformation, human capital upskilling. We have been able to address security issues, overhauling the entire security architecture in Imo State, overhauling our energy system, and the new phase of the vision that I came with is contained in my 25-year strategic vision document. And this document aims to create a $1 trillion economy for Imo State in the next quarter of a decade. And we recognize early that the wealth of the future will not be extracted from the oil wells or from solid minerals. It will be forged in the minds of our people through ideas, through innovation and creative energy of our youth. This conviction bettered our new digital city. And we did not build this building, these walls, for the sake of it. We built Imo Digital City to be the place where our innovators get their start, where new businesses are born, and where we finally give Imo the edge it needs to compete with the rest of the world. These are the structural foundations of what we call the Silicon Heartland. In other words, you, the young men and women gathered in this room and those outside here, you are the oil of our future. You are the natural gas of our future. And make no mistake about it, the future is already here. Your generation has the unique advantage of learning from talents and institutions shaped by decades of experience in emerging technology, meaning that you are on the cutting edge of the fourth industrial revolution. Imo State is rapidly emerging as Nigeria's hub for digital talent. We have built the infrastructure and expanded connectivity. But don't just look at this building as just another classroom. Think of it as a home for your ambitions. It is a place where we brought together the best technology, the right mentors like you have seen. UC Berkeley is #1 in the world. And here, apart from that, they are the right mentors. They will unveil the biggest opportunities, all under one roof. So, your talent can now have a place to grow. As I've always maintained, skills alone are not enough. Knowledge must be transformed into enterprise. Our goal is here to help you take that idea in your head and turn it into a real business. We want the solutions you are building here in Owerri to be world class. We want those solutions to matter to people not only here in Imo State, in Lagos, in London, in New York, and any part of the world, simply because you must be globally recognized and acknowledged. In this administration, the name Imo has come to mean Imo is I, investment is meat, and O is opportunity. So investments meets opportunity. In other words, you know the key driver to economy is demand and supply. So we bring it raw from your head, we process it, and it becomes a brand. So our companies, our work ethic and business culture must reflect global competitiveness. In this regard, we must commend the courageous and visionary leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. His clear-eyed economic reforms have done the heavy lifting of creating the physical space and market stability needed for both domestic and foreign direct investments to thrive. These reforms are a massive boost to your ventures as founders. You are building at a time when the Nigerian market is being recalibrated for growth, making it a fertile ground for the investment boom arriving in our state. This is the mandate of Founder Dojo. The dojo represents the next logical step in our digital agenda. Through Skill Up Imo, we have provided the tools. Through the Founder Dojo, we are now cultivating the craftsmen. It aligns perfectly with our vision of creating a sustainable pipeline of entrepreneurs who will drive economic growth and create jobs. We need to create jobs for our young men and women in Imo State. In these 3 days, you will be intellectually and creatively challenged. You will move beyond theory to realities. Realities of identifying problems worth solving and assembling teams capable of solving them. You have the privilege of interacting with world-class faculty from US Berkeley, the Sutaja Center for Entrepreneurship and Technology. They are here to expose you to the global best practices that have built the world's most successful startups. To you, the participants, the future you desire will not be handed to you. It must be built with grit and persistence. Our government provides the platform and the partnership, but you must provide the vision. You have to build for Africa. You have to build for the rest of the world. You must be seen to be great men. You are the heroes of the future. Therefore, be guided by determination and courage. To our partners from US Mark and UC Berkeley, I thank you for your belief in the potential of our people. Your presence here reinforces our conviction that excellence can and will thrive locally. As we move towards the milestone of the 6th anniversary of my administration and our 50th anniversary as a state, I reaffirm my government's commitment to this golden age of digital prosperity. Indeed, we are creating a path for talent to impact. When you have the talent, you have to make your talent to be impactful. So no matter how intelligent you are, if it has no value addition to the society, you cannot be called a hero. I wish you a transformative and productive boot camp, as I expect you, the heroes of tomorrow, to start being a hero from today. In these 3 days of hard work, it is my prayer and wish that the result will be worth celebrating. Thank you, and may God guide all of us. So, it is my singular pleasure and honor to formally flag off the occasion. Thank you.
The future is here in Imo. We together are creating that future to bring prosperity here, to Nigeria, to Africa.
The Imo Digital City Limited serves as the primary engine for the state's ambitious goal of training 300,000 youths by 2026. During a press engagement at the facility, the general manager of IDCL, Barrister Stella Ozo Ezenduka, outlined how the center is optimized to meet this target through high-demand skill development.
The IDCL is to provide digital skills, upskills, and training for Imolites and those residents in Imo State. Our distinguished governor does not discriminate. Once you are resident in Imo State and you are Imolite and you make yourself available for learning, for upskill, to add value to your life, you are free to attend the Scale Up Imo program, which has run for 4 years now. This is the 4th year the Scale Up Imo program is running. Yes, he promised to train more than 350 Imolites. But so far, we have done 65, and this year we tend to do 20,000 more on the Scale Up Imo program alone. But there are other trainings to upscale we are running here in digital field and other technologies.
Central to this global competitiveness is a landmark $15 million technical partnership with the U.S. Market Access Center in Silicon Valley. This collaboration is designed to bridge the gap between Owerri-based startups and the international venture.
These things are run in stages. We are on the 4th stage now, the upcoming. It first started with the application, and people applied online, strictly online, and were screened online by our foreign partners, the US mark you mentioned. And they now came on site and launched it on the 7th of January this year. And that occasion was graced by His Excellency, Executive Governor of Imo State. He came by himself and launched it. And since then, it has been running both on-site and online.
A guided tour of the premises, led by Hub Supervisor Primus Amefele, showcased the diverse ecosystem housed within the city. This includes the incubation hub, where developers are currently working on various software solutions, and a specialized call center.
Yeah, so we've been to call center. You've already been there. So call center is our BPO, where we have to do business process outsourcing. So we intend to employ 1,000 people there for that building alone. All right. So if you have seen it, it's a state-of-the-art facility. It's fully equipped, and then there is 24/7 power and internet. Right. So from there, we have the operations hub. From there, we move on to the robotics hub. So robotics, you were there. You've seen there's a learning hall for people who are interested in the subject. Then there's also a lab. There's a lab behind the classrooms. Okay, we also have a drone technology lab. We recently signed an MOU with a company, Console. So they are going to be our partners, and then we are doing drone assembly and pilot services here as well in the IDC. So that goes on in that building. So then from there, we'll move on to automobile center. So the automobile center is where vehicle diagnostics, right? So if something's wrong with your vehicle, we can bring it to the city, and engineers take a look at them, diagnose them with machines, not just vibes, not just guesswork.
At the robotics center, the focus has shifted towards high-end technical depth. Engineer Chibike Mebrim, the learning supervisor, explained that the current curriculum for cohort 4 is vetted by international partners.
This is our learning hall. We're using it for training of different kinds of programmable courses. We have from front end, back end, and even the programming, introduction to programming, and then AI modeling, and every other courses. We'll handle them particularly in this hub. So currently going on is a class on front end. That's by one of our developers, Mr. Justice. So here we train, this is about Scale Up Imo. So this is just one class out of 23 other programs we run here for Scale Up Imo, particularly for this particular cohort, that's cohort 4. So here we train developers on front end, and also we have other classes like the back end developers. So depending on where you registered and where you got admission for, you get trained.
For the students currently enrolled, the facility provides an immersive environment that many say is a departure from traditional classroom learning.
It has been a perfect one and easygoing experience. We commend our facilitators for making this journey easier for us by imparting in us not just the theory aspect. The most amazing thing is that we deal more on practicals. As a video and photography student, I can tell you, barely 2 weeks of starting this class, I can be able to know things in camera and can actually place a camera and make some videos at this prime age of learning. So it's a good one. Before the 8 weeks of this course, I believe we all here can be able to shoot a full cinematic videos.
It has been an amazing program. Within this just 2 weeks that we started, and within these 2 weeks, it has been an amazing experience. The facilitators are doing a good job, and we are learning. And within these 2 weeks, I can confidently say I can edit at least some videos.
With a focus on generating internally generated revenue through tech-driven manufacturing and global outsourcing, the IDCL is positioned as a cornerstone of the state's economic future. As this hub moves into full production, the promise of a digital era for Imo appears to be well underway. In Owerri, Chukwemeka Pasco reporting.
The true success of the Imo Digital City will not ultimately be measured by impressive buildings or ambitious announcements. Its real impact will depend on how many startups it helps create, how many young people secure meaningful digital careers, how much private investment it attracts, and whether it becomes a lasting innovation ecosystem that continues to thrive for decades. If the project achieves its stated objective, Imo State could emerge as one of Nigeria's leading technology destinations and provide a model that other states may choose to replicate. If not, it will serve as another reminder that infrastructure alone cannot drive transformation without sustained implementation, partnerships, and measurable outcomes. The coming years will reveal whether Imo Digital City becomes a landmark success or simply an ambitious vision. What do you think? Can the Imo Digital City genuinely transform Imo State into a leading technology hub? Or do you believe more still needs to be done before the vision becomes reality? Share your opinion respectfully in the comments below. We would love to hear your perspective, especially if you are an entrepreneur, software developer, student, investor, or resident of the Southeast. If you enjoy well-researched documentaries that explore development, infrastructure, governance, and the future of Eastern Nigeria through facts and credible sources, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next documentary. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep asking questions, keep seeking the facts, and keep believing in the power of informed conversations.